In the United States, the chairman of the U.S. House Transportation and Infrastructure Committee Peter DeFazio urged people to use the committee's whistleblower web page. It is imperative we continue to ensure we have the highest level of safety for the traveling public, DeFazio said. American Airlines pilots were preparing to test Boeing's planned software upgrade for an anti-stall system on MAX simulators this weekend, saying they want their own safety guarantees on the software fix. The 737 MAX was Boeing's fastest-selling jet before an Ethiopian Airlines crash near Addis Ababa on March 10, which followed a Lion Air crash in Indonesia on October 29. Ethiopian and French investigators have pointed to clear similarities between the two crashes, which killed 346 people, putting pressure on Boeing and U.S. regulators to come up with an adequate fix. No direct link has been proven between the crashes, but attention has focused on whether pilots had the correct information about the angle of attack at which the wing slices through the air. Meanwhile, U.S. Senator Richard Blumenthal, a Democrat, on Friday raised concerns in a letter to the FAA about regulations that allow aircraft manufacturers to effectively self-certify the safety of their planes and left the fox guarding the henhouse. The FAA declined to comment. The U.S. Justice Department opened a separate investigation this week. The FBI has declined comment. Southeast Asia faces a glut of narrow-body aircraft like the 737 MAX and rival Airbus A320neo at a time of slowing global economic growth and high fuel costs. Indonesia's Lion Air has also said it might cancel 737 MAX aircraft, though industry sources say it is also struggling to absorb the number of planes on order. Boeing now plans to make compulsory a light to alert pilots when sensor readings of the angle of attack do not match, meaning at least one must be wrong, according to two officials briefed on the matter. Investigators suspect a faulty angle of attack reading led the doomed Lion Air jet's computer to believe it had stalled, prompting its anti-stall system, called MCAS, repeatedly to push the plane's nose down. Norwegian Air played down the significance of the compulsory light, saying that, according to Boeing, it would not have been able to prevent erroneous signals that Lion Air pilots received before their new 737 MAX plane crashed in October. Boeing must be cautious with how it characterizes the safety alert, risking legal claims by saying it could have made a difference in the crash while not wanting to suggest that the retrofit is meaningless, legal experts said. The Lion Air plane did not have the warning light installed, and Ethiopian Airlines did not immediately comment on whether its crashed plane had the alert. But the Ethiopian carrier, whose reputation along with Boeing's is at stake, issued a statement on Friday emphasizing the modernity of its safety and training systems, with more than $500 million invested in infrastructure in the past 5 years. The Ethiopian crash has set off one of the widest inquiries in aviation history and cast a shadow over the Boeing 737 MAX model intended to be a standard for decades. Boeing shares have fallen 14% since the Ethiopian crash.